Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Denise and this is Deer Designs. Today's going to be a podcast. Sorry it's a week late, but like I said, they might be weekly, they might be fortnightly. If I am vlogging at the time, then I will obviously let you know in there. You can find me on Facebook as Handmade by Deer Designs and denisdeer. I like to keep my personal Facebook with people that are more people I actually know, but I do have a Facebook group called Deer Designs, so go check that out. I am using it a little bit more and I will be posting bits and pieces, shop update times and what's going in the shop and things like that. I'm on Instagram as denisdeer and Handmade by Deer Designs as well. You can come and follow me on both of my profiles. My personal Instagram, you can come and follow me, that's fine. I find Instagram a little bit easier for followers to follow, because you don't have to follow back, if that makes sense. Like on my personal page, if someone from here wants to follow me, that is completely fine, but I normally only follow people I know. But then on my Handmade by Deer Designs, I follow back. So yeah, you can follow both, it's fine. Also, I am on Ravelry, but I don't really put anything on there, to be honest. Where else am I? I'm on Snapchat, but I don't really use that either. But all the links for where I am are down below. But today I have one finished object, I have a couple of whips, I have something that's going in the shop, something that I have abandoned, and just a little chinwag at the end, just to say what could be coming next. So let's get on with finished objects. Well, finished object. And that is my Hotel of Bees shawl. This is beautiful. I love it. Now it's blocked and it's massive. I was really worried that it was going to be really small because of the way that you crochet it and whatever. The last time you see this, I did leave the marker in, so I did all this in, so from this marker to the end, I think I did this in 2 days. I'm pretty sure I did it in 2 days, and you can imagine once you get to sort of this, one row doesn't take long at all. I still had to take note of every single row, so I wouldn't make one of these anytime soon, unless I was asked to make one by someone. I don't know, like I wouldn't make one to sell. I would only make one, and I would make it in my free time. I wouldn't sort of pressurize myself to make one. Anyway, the colours I used, the pink was Girly Punk, and the grey, that was by Dana's Home Crafts, and the grey is Silver by Love Hand Dyed. The pink is the very first skein of hand dyed yarn I've ever bought, and I knew I would have a really good project for it at some point, and this is perfect because I wear a lot of grey, I wear a lot of pink, not that I'm in any pink today, but I thought in autumn, when it gets a bit colder, or even on summery days, because it is 4-ply, it is sock yarn, I just thought it would be perfect to wear, and it will go with everything that I wear, because most of the stuff is pink, most of the stuff is grey, and yeah, so I do just have a plain black coat that I can wear. I wear a plain black cardigan as well, so it will go with everything. But I am so happy with it, and I would recommend the pattern to anyone. It wasn't hard, it wasn't difficult, you just had to sort of keep note of every single little note in the pattern, if that makes sense. So every row you had to read it, and you had to sort of make sure you was doing the repeats right. It's not difficult by any means, and it's lovely. And probably the more that you do these, the more that you wouldn't really need to read the pattern over and over again. You'd probably sort of get the hang of it. Like if I did another one, I could probably sort of remember what that stitch was supposed to be like, or whatever. But so yeah, I just absolutely love it. I love the drape of it. I love the size of it. I'm not going to be able to get it all in the screen, but yeah, it is just, I love it. Also, the pattern calls for using 3 different colours. You sort of do the 2 different colours here, and then you change the grey to a different colour for the bottom. I didn't do that, I just kept the grey because I thought, well, I've got enough and I'm not going to break into another skein if I don't need to. I did buy another colour just in case, but I didn't need it, so that's all good. So that is my first finished object. So, the next, that's the only finished object. Now I can actually take the stitch marker out and I can start using it if it gets a bit chilly. So, next I'm going to talk about my abandoned project, which is the Shrug that I had started with the lace weight yarn, and this is the pattern. Nothing wrong with the pattern at all, the pattern is fine. The sizing was coming up okay for me, even though it was coming up a little bit bigger. I haven't ripped it back yet because I thought I would show you before I ripped it back. This is how much I got, if I can open it up at all. So this is how much that I got, and as you can see there is sort of a pearl, there is a like garter, there's a pattern in it basically, and I'm just not a lover of the fabric. I'm not a lover of the not the texture, but the how loose it is. It is very, very loose and see-through, so I'm just not a lover of this yarn with this pattern. This yarn is the Nako Mohair Special. It's in this colourway. There's no numbers or anything. It's from Lolly's Little Wool Shack. Beautiful yarn, and it's not itchy at all, even though it's got mohair in it. I don't find that I itch very much with wool or anything like that. I don't find clothes irritate me if they've got anything scratchy in them. So unfortunately this is going to be pulled back. I have seen on Facebook, I think it was on the Lolly's Little Wool Shack Facebook page or group or whatever it was, someone asking what they've made with this yarn, and oh my god, the actual designs that people put pictures of that what they've finished, I didn't even think. People have made shawls with this, people have made someone's made a blanket, and it is just really, really lovely. So I have got 5 of these, I think, 5 balls of those. So this is going to get pulled back, and I don't know. I could have just done it in stocking stitch, but it's like an 8-row repeat. But I think I just don't like the what's the word? I don't like the fabric that the pattern is making. So I might make this one day in the future, who knows, but just not at the moment. It's not tickling my fancy. So that is going to get pulled back. The next thing are my socks. I have got a little way done with these, if I can get them untangled out of the bag. So this is how far I've got. Socks take me a lot longer than anyone else. I can probably get 1 pair a month done, and that is what my aim is for this year, 1 pair a month. I am on schedule. These are my 7th adult pair for this year. I have made 2 baby pairs, but they didn't take me that long. They were for Mikey, and yeah. So I am doing my own little design, which is just an eyelet pattern, yarn over, knit 2 together, knit 4, repeat, and that is it. So I'm really pleased with these. These are going to be long socks. They're going to be Afterthought heel socks, and I am going to do the toe and the heel in the yellow, which is a Drops Fable colour. And I'm using Himalaya yarn for this blue, and these are Into the Ocean socks. So these are my July socks. I nearly said January. My July socks. I've already got yarn planned out for my August socks, which is summer something, and I've decided to use this beautiful yarn from Love Hand Dyed, and I'm gonna ball this up and or cake it up and use this as my August socks. So whoopsie, that's just fell on the floor, never mind. Okay, so my next whip, and I did start this whip on Tuesday and I did it wrong. So if you're part of if you watch my vlogs, then you will know that I started it on Tuesday, and it is out of the Doris Chan Everyday Crochet book, and the queen of Doris Chan patterns is Jan and Kelly, or the queens. So I did speak to Jan on our Zoom chat on Wednesday and said, I think I've done it wrong. And she said, yep, you've done it wrong, you'll have to pull it back. So I was increasing in the middle of the back all the way down instead of just for one row. So yeah, I pulled it all the way back. This is the pattern that I am attempting. So it is the Mei Mei cardigan, and it is the one on the front cover. And I just thought, well, I've got some yarn, which is the Aldi yarn, which is this colourway, and it's a number 4 medium, 80% acrylic, 20% wool, and it's in the colour Cotton Candy. And I have got, make sure my hook isn't in there now. I have got this far. Let me just make sure that I hold it up right. Probably not. I have got this far. The yarn is not perfect, I must admit. It's quite stiff. I'm hoping that once it's been washed and blocked, it might sort of soften up a little bit. I don't know whether this will fit me or not. We'll have to wait and see. But it's nice. It's a really, really easy pattern. This is coming out so much better than the first time that I tried making it. And I just thought that once I've got the pattern sort of, once I know how to do a Doris Chan pattern, because you have to use stitch markers. So here are my stitch markers. If you can see them, I'm just using the bulb ones. As you do have to use those, because there's no really, oh, where's the other one? There's no really sort of, how can I say, definition to where your increases are. So it's easier just to have a stitch marker in, which is great. Jan has banged on about that so many times. I'm so grateful for that, because she said always use stitch markers, which I have, and it's coming out so much nicer than the first time, and I'm really pleased with it. Whether I will wear it or not, I don't know. It might look nice with like white shorts or something. I do actually have tops in this purple and in this pink, so it might look okay, but we shall see. And I thought that because with a Doris Chan pattern, or especially this book, it sort of goes backwards and forwards, so I'm actually making the yoke for this pattern, which is the Cinnabar, and you make this to row 2 of the body, and then you go back to the other pattern, which is the Mei Mei cardigan. And I think the reason for that is so that she's not repeating the same instructions for every single pattern when they are the same. So there's no point in repeating repeating the instructions. Really, really simple. I was really worried about me not being able to understand and me sort of getting really confused with it. The only reason I got confused when I made it the first time was that I was increasing on the back here. So up here you have to increase once on one row, and then it doesn't really say whether you do it anymore or not, and I was just carrying on that pattern, which I shouldn't have been. I could probably carry on. I could have probably carried on doing the V at the back, and it would have just made a sort of V at the bottom of the bolero, but I want to do it properly. So that is that. Hopefully this will be finished. This literally was last night. I cast this on last night, not cast on, but chained on last night, and this is how much I got. I don't think I went to bed till 1 o'clock just because I cast it on, well, chained on, whatever, and just sort of ran away with it. I have got a knot in my yarn, so I have just pulled that long so I can weave it in later. But it's really easy, and if you are worried about doing a Doris Chan pattern, don't be. One row at a time and you will get there in the end. So that's that. Just going to put that back up there. I don't think there's any other whips. Oh, there's my blanket, which is down here. I can't remember if the last time you see it the marker was there or not. So in 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I can't remember. I didn't look back at the video. I have done from there all the way up, and I have got whoops, this much of the third ball left. I have another 2 balls, so I've got plenty, and I've just been doing this in Zoom chats. I've been doing it while I've been waiting for my videos to export and upload to YouTube, and I'm really pleased with it. So it is really wide. I've got a problem with my shoulder. I think I have a frozen shoulder. If you are part of my if you watch my vlogs and you've watched them for quite a while, I don't know whether you'll remember my mum going in for injections in her arm. She has a frozen shoulder, a lot worse than me. She can't lift her arm up. She finds it hard to do certain things, like even put a bra on and do the thing at the back, and all that. And I explained to my mum what the pain was and what it felt like, and she went, "Sounds like you've got a frozen shoulder." I was like, oh no. So I can't really lift my arm. Like if it was out all the way, that's as far as I can really lift my arm. If it's like that, it's not too bad because the weight is not right at the end. I can't go to grab something and lift anything up because that just really hurts. So I can sort of hold it up like this, but if my arm was all the way extended, I can't lift it all the way up. So I'm hoping that will get better, but it seems to be getting worse. And yeah, I haven't really said anything on the videos, but yeah, anyway, so that is my blanket. It's just a long-term project. I will show you the length. All the way down there and all the way up here. So I really like the way some of the yarn is, like this looks like waves in the camera, but when you look at it like face to face, like in real life, it doesn't look like that. But that is that. And then I have been working on a 5D diamond painting, which some of you might know already, and let me put that here. And it is this one, which is the Toy Story 5D diamond painting, and I have got up to about here. Let me just hold this up to see if you can see the sparkle. And what I am doing, I don't know why their faces are orange, but we're going with it. I think as you go further back they look a little bit better, but close up they're orange, and it just didn't really make sense to me. But I think it's just the way the light was obviously shining, or how they manipulated the light and whatever. Anyway, so I have been doing one colour and trying to empty the tray. So as you can see, up here, I don't know how well you're going to see that, I've got some up here and up here. That's just because I wanted to get the tray empty so I could start with a new colour. And what I'm doing is finding the colour that I haven't used right at the bottom, working my way up, then the next colour, working my way up, and that's how I'm going to do that all the way to the top. When I've done these before, I have pulled this paper up to a certain point and filled in that whole section, then gone up to the next section. But I'm quite enjoying doing it the way that I'm doing it. So I'm just literally trying to empty the little tray of the colour that I'm using, so just pulling it up a little bit. Like I said, I don't know how well, like a lot of this isn't coloured in, because as you can see, like I've done this but I haven't done this and whatever. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing a little bit more of that, and hopefully it will be done in a couple of weeks. I'm not rushing or anything, I'm just enjoying doing it. Where when I've done diamond paintings before, I've sat there and right, I'm going to get this done today and all that, and I don't want to do that with that because I'm really enjoying doing it actually. It's sort of, yeah, I'm just enjoying it. Finding it hard to do it of an evening because of, that's the door, 1 second. Sorry about that, I'm back. What was I saying? Yes, I just really enjoying doing the diamond painting, so that's that. The next thing I want to talk about is my Etsy shop. So if you're not interested in sticking around or anything, then thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the projects that I've shown. But just a really quick Etsy update shop thing. I'm not going to be on here for too long. So I have put in the shop recently some, whoops, I'll get another one. I have put in the shop recently some new badges. So these say Sock Queen. They are designed all by myself. I drew the sock, I put the colours in and done the writing and everything. So that is in all three colours, no, all three sizes. So it's in a 25mm, a 38mm and a 45mm. I can show you one of each if you would like me to. They're just sat on the side here. So this is the 25mm. This is the 45, so you can see the size difference. They are next to each other. And then we have the 38mm. So yeah, they're the size difference. I did do a design for this one, which is the Crochet Queen, and I thought for all my crochet followers this would be perfect, but unfortunately it just didn't work out right. It was too grainy, and even though I upped the quality, I think it was the printer that wasn't really making it the best it could be. So I have changed that, and my phone is here. I can show you the new design that will be out in the shop soon. I just need to make it into the badges and everything. I have shown this on my vlog. So here we have, it's not a very good picture, like it's the crown, the hook, the yarn, and then I've just put and coloured in some of the diamantes on the crown, and I think I love it. I really love it. I drew that all by myself, so yeah, I'm so pleased with it, really pleased. I'm getting better and better, so hopefully my designs might get better and better. Also, if you are interested in an advent calendar, they will be running until the 1st of August. The 1st of August will be the last day that you will be able to order an advent calendar. It was originally the 1st of September, but I have sold more than I could ever imagine and I will need time to get those prepared and order the last little few bits that I need to get for it. And yeah, so I just want to say thank you to every single one of you that has ordered a advent calendar. They are in my shop still. They are available. There's no limit at the moment on how many more that I can sell, if that makes sense. They are unlimited at the moment. I will, what am I going to say? I will stop it on the 1st of August. Hopefully that gives you a chance for the next couple of weeks, 3 weeks is it, to grab yourself one for the end of October. They will be shipped the end of October, beginning of November, so you get them in time. I am shipping worldwide, so if you are an international buyer, then you can come and get one. Just a little insight, you will get stitch markers, badges. There will be other things in there. I don't want to say too much. There will be other things in there that you will use on a day-to-day basis to knit and crochet, and it's not knit or crochet related. It's just general yarny things, if that makes sense. There will be some Christmas stitch markers. I'm gonna try and do a design for a badge, so the Dear Designs 2020 advent calendar design, and obviously I won't be releasing any of that details until it is out, and you can obviously show, if you do videos, vlogs, vlogmas, whatever, you are welcome to show what you are opening. So that's that. Also, a lot of people have been asking me about these advent calendars. What, are you making boxes? No. The way that this advent calendar is going to work is that every day the item will be in a little bag with the date on it, or the number of the day on it, and then you will open that and your items will be inside that bag. I know a lot of people already know that, and know that the way that these sort of advent calendars work, but I am going to be making something as well to help you with that. So yeah, anyway, I don't think I've got much more to really say, but other than I have just had a delivery of a really exciting thing. This is what came in the door. If you watched my videos a couple of days ago, I did an unboxing, and that unboxing was of hand-dyed yarn kit and a spinning kit, drop spindle kit, and this is the very kindly the one that Ian has bought me, with all the colours and everything in it, so I am so excited. Anyway, that's it for this podcast. Sorry if it's been a long rambly one at the end. Thank you if you're still here watching. Yeah, so I will be getting new designs up in the shop. I have my own iPad now that I can actually draw whenever I want and not have to say to Ian, can you bring the iPad home today please? So that's really super duper exciting. I don't think I've got anything else to say, so I will get this edited and uploaded over the weekend at some point. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next podcast. Bye!